Women are demanding that the passport bros be arrested. Yeah, guys, they are legit in their feelings. They see that the passport kings are living large and in charge, and they're like, we want our servants back. We want you to come back because we need you, even though we don't like you. Let's jump into the video.
Hey, there's a lot of fun things to do out here in Thailand besides just looking for a wife. People here are fun and friendly. They have a beautiful culture, amazing food. You can live like a king for like $2,000 a month. I'm traveling the world right now. I'm a single guy and dating, so I have an experience, and it's absolutely the truth that it's better. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say. It's the inconvenient truth you guys don't want to hear. Hey, we're out here having fun, living our best lives, and if you think you're going to stop us with some middle school disses about, oh, you're a loser, you got another thing coming.
I don't even know you. And Thailand does look fun, but that gentleman is part of a subculture in America. They're referred to as the passport bros. Who are the passport bros? Well, they're individuals who aren't really satisfied with their options here in the United States. And so they are traveling the world in search of a partner, of a wife, of someone to share their lives with. John, let's watch more.
Oh, you like passport bros?
What is a passport bro?
Okay, passport bros are men that are so fed up with Western women because we're all apparently so woke and so terrible, and Western women don't want to be wives, that they are now going to other countries to find wives.
That's like which countries?
Southeast Asia, the Philippines, the Dominican Republic.
So it's like the opposite of the mail order bride.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Okay, so they're instead of ordering out, instead of using stamps.com.
Yeah, and bringing them here, they're like, we want to get out.
It feels more expensive, but.
It is, and so a lot of these men get remote jobs. And so they go there and they live in these countries, and then they meet these women. And then women in the Western world, specifically the United States, are so pissed off about it. And they're like, you're going to all these countries where these women don't even know how to speak English. They can't even read. They're so uneducated. And then the men like film themselves with these women and like show themselves on dates. And the women are so elegant and they're so well spoken and they're so traditional. And they're like, look at these women. Yeah, passport bros. Because Western women are so bad.
Did not know about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I'm here.
Interesting. I mean, I did marry a woman from abroad. I mean, she'd been in America since she was 12, but still, she's Israeli.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You're like a reverse passport, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she came here and she got citizenship, so.
You didn't import her?
I did not import my wife, no.
Makes that very clear.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Ugh.
I mean, look, I love my country and I love my people. And when I say people, I mean Americans in general. And so I kind of don't like dissing Americans. It turns me off. But if people need to travel outside of America to find their partner, okay.
Yeah, first of all, it's not like you call it passport bros. That doesn't make it new or whatever. Like going somewhere where the dollar can be stretched further and you think you'll have more control over the women that you enter into a relationship. That's not new. That's a really old thing. So, and you can do it. By the way, the thing that I don't know that guy in the first video. The thing that's the issue isn't what they're doing, it's the way that they are trying to clearly make sure we know that there's a spin to it in their videos. Like there are people who just wants to live in another part of the world. They do like the culture, they do like the geography, they like the food or whatever. But when your whole thing is advertising to other men as an influencer, because you're the one putting out those videos, he's like, don't give me your grade school things. I didn't make you film that video, you put it out there because you're trying to sell a lifestyle.
You know, what's amazing is you can see how salty Anna was. You know, that's the woman in the video. You know, she's at the Young Turks for like 70, 75 years now. And you know, you could see it on her. And she was just salty. She was just 100% salty that these men are going overseas and starting new lives with Filipino wives and, you know, living their best life. It's you could see like her face, like just like how cold it was, the demeanor, it was the pain, and it was like, I don't care, mister, I don't care. Like the bitterness, the anger, the fury, the scorn was just terrible. And of course, here you have this guy who's being really cool, calm, casual, saying, hey, I'm over here in Thailand. You live like a king over here on 2K per month. I'm single, I'm traveling the world right now, just enjoying my life. The people in the country are really friendly, they're really kind. And what do they take from this? They frame it as though this guy needs to shut up. You know, he's trying to sell this lifestyle, and it's fine if he wants to go over there, but he doesn't need to put this information on social media because he's an influencer and he's tricking these men, and these men are, getting these men to believe that they're going to find better options overseas, when in reality, if they couldn't cut in America, they're not going to be able to cut it overseas. And what these men are doing is wrong, because realistically speaking, you should be working on yourself so that you could pull a baddie in America. And the thing is, like, the men don't want these women in America. They don't want their attitudes. They don't want the disrespect. They don't want their feminism. And women cannot comprehend that men in Western society don't want to be in relationships with these feminist women, with these very masculine women. Women in Western society are extremely masculine. They have that masculine energy, that just masculine energy. And men are not attracted to that. I've said this plenty of times. If a man wants to be with someone who is masculine, they will go and they will get themselves a man. They will get themselves the real deal. And, when men are masculine, men are actually more calm. Men are more, it's a whole different masculinity in men is very different than masculinity in women. When women present masculinity, that's the definition of toxic masculinity. If you want to see true toxic masculinity, then you will find actual toxic masculinity within women. Because when masculinity manifests in women, it is not a natural thing for them. And as a result of that, it goes against their very nature. But they are so drawn to it that it changes them, and it makes them something that they really should never have become. And of course, men are not attracted to this. If a man is attracted to a woman, then a typical man is attracted to femininity. The reason why men get into relationships with these masculine women in America and Western society, countries like the UK, Canada, Australia, because and like I've said, the United States and the United Kingdom, they're the same country. The reason why men get into relationships with these women is because that's all they have to choose from. But as a result of the Passport Kings movement, they know now that, hey, we can go overseas and find better options. And these men are not just going overseas for the sake of dating. They're going over there to find peace, find themselves. A lot of men go over there and they finally start to heal, because Western society just tears men down. It tears men down to the point where men just say, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to even be in this society. I don't want this life. And they walk away entirely from it. For men who don't leave Western society, they're just walking away. Like, that's why I say some men walking away are passport bros, but not all men walking away are passport bros. It's the truth. Because some guys are like, yeah, I'm not going to leave Western society. I'll stay here and I'm just going to chill. And, they create a home gym and they live simple lives of luxury. I know dudes who are living in like 1-bedroom apartments, very, very cheap, and they're millionaires. Like, I know these dudes, they made their money in their 30s, or they made their money in their 20s or 30s, instead of focusing on women, they focused on themselves. And now they're 40 years old, or in their late 30s, they're already a millionaire, and they have more money than they know what to do with. Because as a man without a woman, you have nothing to spend money on. You have nothing to spend money on. If you don't have a woman and you're not trying to court a woman, most men don't want these expensive cars. Most men want an older car. That's how most men are. Men want these older cars from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, or early 90s. They don't want these feminine looking vehicles that are on the roads today. Expensive. They don't want these cars. They want these old luxury cars. And a lot of these old luxury cars, they have things like, power windows, heated seating, full four-wheel drive. These are standard features. You can pick up one of these cars for like a couple $1,000, sometimes even $500. I hear stories from dudes who are like, they got this old luxury car for $500. All they did was change the tire on it, change the tire, change the oil, change the tires, change the oil, brake, and bada bing, bada boom. They've had it for years, and it's been running like a kitten, like running perfectly. And it's like, and these features that used to be standard on cars in the 80s and 90s, now they're charging you an arm and a leg or putting you on a subscription for heated seating. Like there are cars that come with heated seating, and they'll put you on like a subscription service if you want to use heated seating. A subscription service for heated seating, they include it in the vehicle, even if you don't want it, and then they put it and it's there as a subscription. Like everything is a subscription these days. You will owe nothing and be happy. Even this whole full driving, self-driving cars, that's a subscription. Like that's a subscription. Elon will put you on a subscription and you will be paying for it forever. You owe nothing. You own literally nothing. And cars after 2026, starting in 2026, after 2026, these cars all have to have a kill switch. So the police can just press a button and your car will automatically pull over and stop on the side of the road. Another thing that these people don't tell us, and I did not know this myself until discovering it recently, is that these electric cars, the batteries in these electric cars don't last forever. Over time, just like with your cell phones, I guess I didn't know this. Just like with our cell phones or our laptops, the battery begins to lose its ability to hold a charge over time. So within maybe 10 years, you're going to need to change that battery or you won't be able to drive that car. That makes legit no sense. So you're always going to have to be paying for that. You spent $100,000 for a Tesla, and you're going to have to, and it's not like, you're going to be able to just put it in the garage and always have that car, like how, you bought a car 20 years ago and it still runs amazingly well. Nope. These cars require special maintenance. It's not like a Honda or a Honda where the parts are very standard and you can take it to pretty much any mechanic and they can fix it. No, you need people with specialized skill sets. A lot of the times you need to take the car directly back to the manufacturer, and then once that electric battery is gone, you're going to have to basically pay Teslas or GM or whatever company is making the car. You're going to have to pay their ransom. And that's if, and that's a big if. They could turn around and say, yeah, we're discontinuing support for this vehicle, so we no longer offer the battery. They'll literally treat it like a cell phone. Like, yeah, we're sorry, it's no longer available. It's discontinued. Oh, this vehicle is no longer getting software updates. Like that's literally how it is going to be. Okay, you purchase a vehicle for $80,000, $85,000. And they tell and the kill switch thing, just to let you know, it's not just with electric vehicles, it's for all vehicles. I didn't know that. It's for all vehicles, electric or gasoline. In the United States, there will be a kill switch, and the cops can just press a kill switch, and they don't even have to put on their blinking lights anymore. They just press a kill switch. Every car has to have it, and it will pull you over automatically. And the cars will have to be able to detect if you are what's the wording I'm looking for? If you are impaired in any way. So for example, it will have a system where it can scan the ear to detect any traces of alcohol. It could scan your face to detect whether or not you're tired. So or show any signs of impairment. So you could just be tired and the car just won't start because they'll say that it detects that you're impaired and you're possibly under the effects of something. Like, how stupid is that? Like, imagine being, working long hours and your car won't start because it says you're impaired, and you need to contact law enforcement or call a specific number for them to come and check you out to determine whether or not you're actually fit to drive. And let's say they do come and they're like, yeah, based on your current signs, you're not fit to drive, so we're not going to be able to allow you to operate your vehicle. You could take an Uber and then pick it up in the morning, or have someone pick you up, or have someone who is capable of operating it come and get it, but you're not gonna be allowed to drive. And guys, we're moving towards a world where no one drives anymore. Like Gen Z, many of them do not have driver's licenses, and they're not getting driver's licenses because they don't want them. If they get a driver's license, they're only getting a driver's license so they can drive for Uber. They're a generation of good for nothings, and I've said that plenty of times. By the way, guys, don't forget I have a channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out. There's, it's lit. Subscribe to the channel, support my work. And I also have another channel called Men Walking Away, where I discuss topics like the one we're discussing right now. So if you enjoy the content on this channel and you want even more of it, you can go and subscribe to my Men Walking Away channel. There's a link to that channel in the description, as well as the Angry channel. Go and subscribe to my channels, support my work, buy my album. What do you guys think about this? Women are demanding that the passport bros be arrested. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.